not against jobs, I'm not against economic impact, but the 14,000 renewable jobs and the $480 million impact the commercial and sport fishery provides to Alaska and the nation is not worth sacrificing for a short-term gold and copper mine.
Resources where they are today, the copper and the molybdenum and the gold, where they've been discovered, couldn't be in the worst place in the world. It is at the headwater of both river systems that produce a large number of sockeye, wild sockeye that has sustained me and my family for generations.
I'd like to thank you for taking the time to do this assessment and looking at this issue. We've been screaming at the top of our lungs for years, asking somebody to look and see what we're about to do to future generations into one of the greatest fisheries in the world.
It's inconceivable to do something like this. If you've looked at the science and you look at the other studies that are long-term that have been done, and I would ask you to take into account how wet this region is. The analysis simply doesn't bode well for an area like Bristol Bay. It's inconceivable to think that this could happen. 350 runs of wild salmon are extinct in the Pacific Northwest, and it's happened in my lifetime. That is a terrible legacy would be to leave to our children and our grandchildren.
My name is Sidney Nelson. I live in Dillingham, Alaska. My family and I are subsistence eaters. We put up king salmon for extended family use every year. We also put up a lot of sockeye and harvest moose each year. Thank you for coming to Alaska to assess the greatest sockeye salmon fishery in the world.
Opposition to the mine. The survival of our culture directly depends on the health of our land, the fish, and the wildlife. No amount of money or jobs can replace our way of life and our culture.
Our land is crying out in pain because of this destruction. I hope our answer in Alaska will come from leaders like you hearing this, and that you will work hard to protect what we have left.
Without these, we cannot exist as Dinayana people. Our village will die. People will move. Our salmon will be no more. Our clean water will be polluted from mining.
These are renewable resources that will always be around as long as we take care of it. And we're asking EPA to use you guys' authority and do what you guys have to do to protect our culture and our way of life. Thank you.